How did you assess how the team did on special teams, even beyond Desmond's return or Konate's fumble, just assignments, people getting to their spots, punt coverage and kick coverage and everything?
Yeah, I think there's always some stuff to work on, especially early on in the season, but always there's plenty of stuff that we can clean up, and I think that was our guys' mindset. That's always the encouraging thing, is after a win, being able to come in and have that mindset of like, we can still get better. There's still opportunities left out on the field, which we saw with our kickoff return unit at times. But at the end of the day, those guys came out. They had a great day today and continue to stack days. So that's what you want to see as a coach, especially early on. You got a lot of new guys in there on special teams, maybe some younger guys that might have been their first true playing time and experience. So it's good to see, and I'm excited where we're at.
Desmond did a lot on Saturday, 20-plus touches on offense, and he's got special teams workload too. How comfortable are you guys moving forward with him doing all of that week in, week out?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Dez, I just wish he was a little bit more explosive, no, I'm just kidding. Man, what a fun player to watch, and I think, you wish you get him the ball every single time. It's definitely, you got to be in tune to that as a coach and kind of try to take care of him a little bit at times and give him some spells. But man, we're gonna try to get that Joker the ball a lot. I think everybody knows that.
Talking about break tackles.
I think Big L, Lindsey Lamar, for sure. You go watch his highlight. I think that's what there's rumblings that Dez, watched Lamar's highlights, before the game. So it's where he got the inspiration.
What was going through your head when you went to pick up that ball on the punt return? Were you expecting him to get off that tackle?
I want him to be aggressive. I want us to lead the nation in punt return attempts, and they have a one-hop rule, and he decided in that moment that he could do it, and at that point it was like, okay, this is great decision right there.
The two hops, you haven't let go.
Yes, sir. Depending. We want him to be aggressive.
We heard from Pat a couple of times about the spring and camp that Ben has had, Sauls has had. What have you noticed about him, like in his work? What is it that has led to his consistency?
He's loving the process. I think I've talked on that before about just the ups and downs that he has had in his career has really helped him, to really enjoy this now. He doesn't take it for granted. He's had a great attitude every single day he steps in the facility, and he's a true leader. He's a fierce competitor, and he's just loving every single day. And because of that, it's a byproduct. Like, he's so dang talented, and you see that. And so I'm really, really pleased with where he's at, and I know he is too. And we just got to continue to stack days.
Special teams is where young guys can sometimes get their opportunity to get on the field. Did you have some guys on Saturday, freshmen, redshirt freshmen, who impressed you with their work on special teams?
Yeah, I think, there's definitely a handful of guys. I think you say young guys, like I think sometimes transfers too kind of included in there. Like, Lynham did some good things at gunner, and he's another guy that just continues to do a lot of stuff on different units, whether it's punt return, kickoff return, kickoff. So really pleased with him. Jesse Anderson got in there and did some really good things for us, and going to continue to force feed him in some areas. And from there, we had some, Key Thompson, another guy. I know he's not a young guy by any stretch, but man, he did some really, really impressive things on KOR, which was fun to watch. Some violent things. So we're really excited about a lot of guys, and there's a lot of guys that are working hard every single day on our Rocks teams that are, guys that, man, Danny and myself are watching like, hey, that's going to be a guy potentially later on in the season, because he's busting his tail, giving us great looks.
What did you make about Konate had to off behind him? What do you tell him after those things happen?
Yeah, obviously you can't ever turn the ball over. I'm sick about that one, because obviously our defense, they take a lot of pride around here, as they should, about what they do, and that hurts them. And so you just got to understand the difference between being greedy and being aggressive, and then I think Mump came over immediately and was like, Coach, I was being greedy on that one. And, it's one of those things, an older guy, like, okay, let's move on. There ain't nothing we can do about it now. Obviously we're going to get that corrected in practice, you best believe. It starts on me as a coach. I got to do a better job of preparing those guys, but we'll get that stuff cleaned up.
Other than his 5 receptions, did you have to get over a lot of different times?
He was, definitely, and some underneath stuff, and he's continuing to get better and better, and just his overall feel. So really excited about where he's at. It was a great first game for him. Obviously, the milestone for him, which is so awesome. Over 1,000 yards in his career, and it's a testament to his longevity and his athleticism, and just really proud of him, and excited to see what we do moving forward with him.
Jake had it.
But just you go through camp and you're getting this new offense and you're working against Pitt's defense all the time. You're playing each other. You want to go out and see it against another team. So, overall, with how the offense looked week one, we see all the numbers. But as you guys went back and looked at it, And how did the offense work?
I mean, in terms of operation, it was fun to see because, again, like you said, it's when you go against our defense every day, it's hard. I mean, there's nothing easy, and they pin their ears back, and they obviously know all your tells as well because they see us and they study us. So when you finally get to go out there and play against somebody else, like it's so much faster. And so that's when you put that tape on, you see how hard our guys are playing, for how long they're playing, and the aggressiveness and the way that and the manner in which they're executing. That's so dang exciting as a coach, and they're fired up too, And so that's where now moving forward, the challenge is, can we do that every single day? Can we continue to up that, whether it's in practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then our preparation, so then we can continue to get better and better on Saturdays.
Anything else for Coach?
Jake, just quickly, what Jake has brought, obviously had a couple of receptions. How quickly does he fit in? Obviously, he's played some games.
Yeah, I mean, Jake Overman, he's really taken on. He's at first he was kind of a reserved guy, I guess, for lack of a better term. But man, he's really taken on a little bit of a harder edge now, and he's great in the room. He's an awesome leader, helping out with young Malachi there and some of the other guys on offense. And I'm just excited for him because he's moving around better than he ever has. And he even alluded to that watching the tape on Sunday. He said, man, I look different than I did even at the previous spot. And so for him, I think moving forward, we're going to continue to do some different things and allow him to, help the offense in whatever way they can.